Hey, how you doing, guys? It's LeBrock here. I want to make another video about the pistol round. This is probably a very important round, obviously, because you can gain momentum for your team. You can probably win the next 3 rounds if you play it right. And it is a difficult round for a lot of people because they don't know really what to buy. There's a lot of options, really. You can get light shield abilities, frenzy, light shield, frenzy abilities, sheriff. There's a lot of options to choose from. So I'm going to give you some key factors to consider when you're trying to buy a gun or abilities. Hey guys, I just wanted to pause the video before it starts so that you guys all know that I do spend a lot of time and effort into making these videos, getting all the clips, compiling it, editing it. It just takes a lot of effort from me, and I do see that 99% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could please be so kind as to subscribe, it would really help me out and keep me motivated to continue posting on my channel. So thank you guys. Now let's start the video. So the first key factor is, where are you playing on the map? For example, I want to be playing C-Long on Haven. I'm defending, I want to stop the C-Long push. What am I gonna buy? I want to buy a long-range weapon that is able to effectively stop the enemies if they push. So there are some things you consider. You can buy a Ghost, obviously, because the Ghost does more damage per range. Obviously, the Ghost does 105, 0 to 30 meters, 88, 30 to 50 meters. Compared to Classic, does 78 damage to the head, 0 to 30 meters, and 66 damage to the head, 30 to 50 meters. So obviously, the Ghost is way more effective in damage, and you can effectively stop the push if they're not wearing any armor at all. You're going to one-shot headshot them, so it's going to be, if you have good aim, you're going to stop the push really easily. So if you get that, you have 800 credits to start with, so you're going to want to, you have 300 left, you're going to spend it on abilities. That's easy. But now let's say, hey, I want to get the Sheriff. The Sheriff is 800 credits itself. You start pissed around with 800 credits, you'll have nothing left. So what are the advantages of that? Well, the advantage of this is that it's definitely a one-shot headshot, long range. You're going to kill someone instantly if you shoot them in the head long range. So it's a trade-off because this has a low rate of fire. If you miss a shot and they start shooting at you, you get significantly reduced movement speed, and you're probably going to die. So obviously you want to be playing behind cover and everything like that. But if you don't have great aim and you're not going to be able to, if you don't feel confident you're going to stop them as they push with the Sheriff, then maybe getting the Sheriff isn't the best idea, because you also don't have any escape with light shield or abilities to help you get away, or any health like that. So you're not going to have too much help if you were trying to stop the push from long or any other long range angle, right? You're only gonna have the Sheriff. So it is potentially really good idea, but also a really bad idea on your aim, your play style, and what the team decides to even do, right? So now let's say you're on Haven at mid doors and you're gonna be holding a close, obviously this is a close range angle. So what do you want to buy? Well, you want to probably buy something that has a high rate of fire, so you're able to effectively kill the people that come in. So if they rush mid doors per se, like 2 or 3 people, you might want to have like a classic light shield and abilities, right? You're gonna want to have some extra health when they come in, because since it's such a close range, they're gonna be doing more damage to you, so you're gonna be wanting more health. What you could also get is a frenzy and light shield, because if you get a frenzy, then you'll definitely have a high rate of fire, and if you're holding a close angle like this, it's going to be really effective to mow people down as they come up, because you have such a high rate of fire. The downside is that you will have no abilities. So obviously if you're like Phoenix, you'll only have your free ability like your E, but you won't have anything. You don't have anything like your curve, flash ability like that, so you won't take them by surprise if you peek out and you get shot, because they'll probably be looking in this angle. So that is a downside. So those are really like the options for the close range angle, right? So classic, light shield, abilities, frenzy, and abilities. The downside with that, obviously, no light shield, no extra health if they rush you, and you're more susceptible to dying. And you can just have, you could also have, I guess you could have a Sheriff. The only thing about that is that you have a low rate of fire, Upside is that you'll one-shot headshot them, definitely at close range, but definitely a low rate of fire. So if they peek you and you miss a shot, you're probably going to die. So those are my suggestions for close range angles. So this can actually segue into our next part of the video, which is what agent are you choosing? So obviously, let's say we're attacking on Haven and we want to go long. We want to push, maybe do a split, have 2A, 3A long, 2 short, whatever you guys want to do. So if you're playing, say, an agent that likes to entry frag like Phoenix, that he has his, abilities like his flash and everything like that, you're gonna want to have, especially for a long range, first pick, you're gonna want to have a high damage, high range gun, right? So you're gonna want to have something like the Ghost, maybe even the Sheriff, but having something like the Classic could work, right? It could work, but if your goal is to get the first pick on, if you're an entry fragger like Phoenix, Jett, Raze, whatever, you're probably gonna want to go like a Ghost and abilities, right? So you're able to, flash out, get your Ghost, and just one tap anyone that is holding right over here, and as you go on a site, one tapping anyone that's in heaven, right? That's probably your main goal. So it's gonna have to do, especially with what agent you're playing. If you're playing something like Sage isn't gonna be the champion that should be entry fragging onto a site when you're attacking, right? Sage is the one that has, her healing ability. She might even have her slower ability if she buys them. So she's gonna want to be in the back line, being a support for the entry fragger, and healing the entry fragger as they go on, as long as the entry fragger obviously doesn't die. So because of her kit, she probably won't have to invest in a Ghost, because she's not going to be the one that's going to be entry fragging and one tapping people. She's going to be the one that's supporting, so she could probably go with a Classic, light armor, and like solar abilities, something like that. She won't have to invest heavily in a gun that will do a lot of damage per se, but more in her actual kit, right? So it's something to consider when you are playing, when you're going in pistol round, is what agent you're choosing. So here are the key takeaways I want you to remember. 1, where are you going on the map? If you're going to a short range location, you should probably get a Classic, light shield and abilities, a Shorty, light shield and abilities, or a Frenzy with light shield or a Frenzy with abilities. If you're going to a long range location, then you could get a Ghost with abilities or a Sheriff. A medium range location, Classic, light shield abilities, or a Ghost and abilities. The next key factor is what agent are you playing? If you're attacking, you're going with your team, and you are a support like Brimstone or Sage, and you want to use your kit, then you should probably invest in your abilities with a Classic and light shield rather than a Ghost, because you're going to leave the killing to your entry fraggers like Phoenix, Jett, Raze, all those champions that do the entry fragging. If you are, like I said, if you're an entry fragger, then you're going to want to invest in the weaponry, the damage. If you maybe part of your kit is doing damage like Raze, you want to invest in that with a Ghost or something like that. Alright, so we've reached the end of the video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitch. I go live there occasionally, so you guys can watch me play Valorant and other games, so we can talk and chill. I also have a Twitter, and I also have a Discord. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Follow me on all my socials, and have a wonderful day.